Welcome back to the Rising of the Dreamerverse. It's TD here with my boy Yemi. Here today to talk about the MCU. Gonna talk about kind of what's going on with it, current state of it, how it's going. Is it going well? Is it not going well? Yemi's laughing over there. Yemi's laughing over there. Oh, we're gonna get into it today though, here on the Rising of the Dreamerverse. Is this the end of Marvel? Dun, dun, dun. How we doing today? How we doing?
Doing good, bro.
Doing good?
Doing good. I'm excited to dive into this.
You ready for today's episode?
Cheesing, man.
Yeah.
Cheesing.
Yeah. I'm excited too, dude. There's a lot to discuss. I got a few, maybe a few hot takes on the board here that I'm about to throw out with today's episode. But no, I'm ready to get into it. We're going to discuss the MCU. We're going to discuss what's going on with Kevin Feige's empire. Is it going well?
Run!
Is it not going well? But yeah, no. So I guess first things first, man. That I think you posted. I think you posted on our social media. I think did you end up posting that or no?
I don't think I posted it, but we've been talking about it for the last couple of days. You can't avoid it. It's everywhere. Jesus.
That Variety article.
Yeah, that was a shitstorm.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be a pretty current, update on the MCU and kind of what's going on and just kind of everything going on with, what they're going to do with Kang, with Jonathan Majors, with his whole, I guess, legal ordeal that he's got going on.
Basically the face of the MCU right
now. Supposed to be he's the next big bad. Yeah. He's the current big bad that's supposed to kind of carry, these next couple phases, right? Yeah. Well, I guess we don't really know how long he was originally even in the plans, but I would assume he was going to be here for a minute.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we're kind of here at a wait and see. We were kind of discussing before the episode. It's kind of a wait and see with him at the moment because it's kind of too late for them to kind of bring in somebody like Dr. Doom, that they, I guess it's reported that
according to the article,
yeah. And did we ever get the original date of that article? Did we confirm it did come out?
Well, I mean, it was released a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it blew up on the internet, and that's been the talk of every most.
I'm hoping
gaming article, even
article that's
no, bro. This is new, man. It's everywhere.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah. I mean,
so it was reported that they were potentially, thinking about, pivoting to Dr. Doom because, if Majors is going to be, potentially facing legal, charges or anything like that, or I guess you could say time in, prison or jail or whatever. I guess they then would have to try to then figure something else out. But, they are pretty deep into the whole Kang arc of
Loki
of Marvel with, him appearing in Loki and then, this year with Ant-Man, Quantumania.
Which is crazy. It does not feel like it came out this year.
So I mean, we've kind of already seen quite a bit of Kang and quite a bit of what he can do, and kind of his effect that he's kind of already had on the MCU and the cinematic universe.
Have we really seen what he can do though?
I mean, we've seen definitely not. We've seen snippets. Yeah, we've seen a taste. I'm not gonna sit here and say that we've probably seen the whole big bad of Kang or anything like that. Just like we didn't with Thanos early on either. And
from what you've seen though, do you think he can carry the mantle? Do you think he's all right, wow, this dude is definitely shitting on Thanos from what we've seen already? Based on I mean the Loki finale, that was one of his variants, but then Kang the Conqueror.
I mean, if we're talking like, if we, how we talked about in the original, I mean, we already kind of talked, I believe we talked about this in a previous episode about if he could carry, the MC, which we both agree that he could.
Yeah.
And if we're talking just like terms of like power and just like, what we've seen of him so far, like, do we think he's like kind of like going to end up being a bigger bad than Thanos?
Oh, yeah.
Or just like, be more powerful or whatever. And if we're talking kind of like the Omni-Man, Superman comparison kind of thing, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe if we haven't seen enough of him yet, or I mean, I feel like we've seen maybe not enough of him in terms of power, in terms of like how would he match up to Thanos? I think it probably would be a damn good fight, right? It's two pretty big bad villains in the MCU. I guess the one thing with Majors and Kang that it just seems to me, at least that how they kind of portrayed it in Loki, just his impact on like what he has been doing behind the scenes with the whole universe and what's been going on. Yeah. Like that almost just seems bigger than like anything Thanos ever did. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
the Infinity Stones were just chilling in the drawers of the TVA or whatever they called themselves. But they had tons of Infinity Stones, and like you see in the first episode, like Loki's trying to get like the one of the stones back, or the Tesseract back, and they're like, oh, we got like 7 of them in the drawer. So it's like, if the TVA thinks like that's nothing, imagine what Kang thinks.
Right?
Like,
yeah.
Dude, like you're thinking universal, I'm thinking multiversal. Like, no.
So it's I definitely think he. I mean, it's wait and see. We don't really know what's gonna happen with that, and I guess there's not too much more we could say on it, really. I guess is there anything else from the Variety article that stood out to you that you wanted to kind of touch on, other than maybe some of the other things that we have kind of already maybe decided that we want to talk about today?
Well, they mentioned just the issues with Marvels. I mean, post-production.
Oh yeah.
Admitting reviews, and they're saying the director walked away during post-production, which I mean, I don't know if they walked away. They're probably just working on another film. I mean, from what
I think that's what they said, right? I think they did say that in the article. You kind of sparked my memory there. That we got the Marvels coming out soon.
Next week.
Next week, and according to the Variety article, the report is that the director of the film kind of left kind of early on in post-production, with a few weeks, maybe a month or so left remaining, maybe longer, I don't know, to go work on a different film. So I guess they just said it was just kind of strange to not have a director kind of see the film all the way through, which I mean, I guess I kind of I don't I'm not gonna sit here, I don't understand the film industry like that, so I guess but I maybe could kind of see the point, it maybe just from like a naive or outside point of view, like I even not understanding it fully and maybe understanding what all goes into the post-production, like does the director truly need to be there for all of that, or can they, are there certain people that can handle that, or are they hired for that too? Like,
that's
what I mean? So
that's
it's like, so it's like, is this report really just kind of like a
trying to shit on Marvel?
Trying to just just make something out of nothing, or is it like or is it actually like a true issue? Like, because maybe it is not, maybe it is one of these things that's unheard of. Like, I'm not saying maybe she's the first one that's ever done it. She's probably definitely not, but maybe, I don't know, maybe given the time or space that they were in with like what they were doing, maybe they needed her or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably there's two sides, three sides to every story. Is that the same? Yeah. So it's like, there's that and the truth, but
well, the article also mentions that the movie's been plagued with lengthy reshoots and now appears to likely to underwhelm at the box office. So it's just a lot of negative news. And it was supposed to drop earlier this year. They've pushed it back twice. So
that is true, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I think this article is just really, I mean, people were people have been waiting for Marvel to kind of like
have its downfall.
You know, they've been waiting for something to kind of.
I mean, dude. I mean, with the reports too. I mean, of Blade's movie.
Oh man, yeah. Let's get into that.
I mean, what they're. I think you were saying. I mean, I know it's probably been reported too, but you were saying there's been like multiple like hires and rehires, or
multiple hires, rehires.
Of what, writers or
writers? I think they've had multiple directors.
Yeah.
I mean, and I mean, Blade was. When was Blade announced? Remember when the Feige was doing like a whole thing where they were like announced all the upcoming projects?
Yeah, I forget exactly when that project was.
Yeah, it may have been announced in like 2018. So I mean, Marshall is getting up there, bro. I mean, what are we doing? Like,
yeah, like we need to, yeah.
We gotta,
well, and then I mean, just with all these, I mean, not only I guess the negative reports about, firing and hiring or whatever, hiring and firing of people, but there was also the report too. I mean, I think probably in the same article that the movie's budget now is like way less or something. Or
Blade?
Yeah, I think it. Isn't it around 100 million or less? I'm pretty sure now.
I'm not sure about that, but like
I saw
it
something.
Better not be that.
Well, no, I saw something.
Terrible idea.
I saw maybe it was some maybe the article or wherever I saw that wasn't maybe a credible source or something. Yeah. But I thought I saw something about Blade's budget being like shrunk down even more than originally.
Well, it was it was actually technically supposed to release this year.
Damn.
So they've gone through 5 writers, 2 directors, 1 shutdown 6 weeks before production. That's terrible, bro. They're supposed to start production.
Does it say anything about the budget in there?
It doesn't mention. Oh yeah. Here it is. It says now slated on a budget of less than 100 million.
Dude, isn't that nuts?
That's insane.
That's just like setting it up to fail.
It is. And Marshall Ali was.
I'm not saying
I don't blame him. He was gonna leave. He was about to exit over the script issues, and then
I'm not saying you can't make a good movie out of that kind of budget, but it's
Feige brought on Michael Green, the writer for Logan, to start anew.
Well,
but that's not good.
Figure that out, man.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Especially if your
budget doesn't help. That's for sure.
Budget doesn't help. And I mean, it's a Blade movie. Like, what are we doing? You're trying to reintroduce another. Blade is a pivotal character in Marvel, and if you're gonna try to reintroduce him, like,
gotta get it right, man.
Gotta get it right. It always scares me seeing like movies that go through like production hell, because the final product
like, how is this ever gonna?
Yeah, the final product usually never turns out well.
Yeah,
or
just at least the reaction to it.
It's like you're setting it up for failure. So
you can't give it all this negative press and then expect it to do well.
Nah, yeah, this
kind of maybe DC's issue as well, but
yeah, I was thinking about the Flash. Production.
Oh, and then Aquaman too coming up, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, just real quick, I guess before we move on, I guess from the article and just kind of all the
one big thing, yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, one more thing before we get into that. I guess how would you have felt if they switched to Doctor Doom? Like, I guess if it did have to happen, or if it did happen, do you think Doctor Doom could have kind of taken over the mantle, or like, do you think like, obviously, like, maybe it would be kind of like one of those wait and see things with who they cast for it and everything like that. But do you think he's somebody that could also? I mean, they probably also do have somebody in waiting to be Doctor Doom. You would think, because with them trying to bring back Fantastic Four, you would think Doctor Doom is going to get introduced at some point anyway, right? I mean,
that's their main villain. So
yeah.
I'm not against it. I mean, I'm kind of excited. I wasn't really against it. I mean, the Fantastic Four movies, the original one, that wasn't that bad. The way they showcased Doctor Doom.
Yeah, no, the first two, and with like Silver Surfer and everything like that. That one was good, but then obviously the 2015 and what was it, 2015 one? It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Just kind of seemed like Doctor Doom he didn't seem that strong. I mean, he seemed strong, but he didn't seem like unbeatable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's
or like somebody that could be like a big bad, like anything like that. And the first ones that were made with Evans is Johnny Storm. those he seemed very powerful in those to me.
He did, especially with when he got the Silver Surfer board. That was pretty cool. So I wouldn't be against it. I'm curious. I just want to see if you're gonna do Doom. What's up? Who's the cast for Fantastic Four? I think Feige someone said that they're gonna reveal that sooner rather than later. So I would like to see them announce giving all this bad, media coming out.
Give us a name
some glimmer.
Yeah.
Let's see the cast.
Give us a potential. Give us
before the end of the year.
Yeah, and just show us who potentially could be that guy that might have to take it over if they can't go forward with Kang. But I hope they can go forward with Kang. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those things where it's like I kind of hope they can find a way to bring both and and make both work and obviously keep majors and everything like that. But
like you just said, both work. So
I think they're gonna need
the Fantastic Four.
Well, they're gonna need to if they introduce it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't. I feel like you can't introduce the Fantastic Four without Doctor Doom because Doom was like
he's their main villain.
And so.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. So.
No, but like you were saying before I guess I asked you that one of the main big funny to me news pieces that have released about Marvel is that they are considering I would hope this is past news. Like I would have to reread that article again to see like the tone of how they were talking, like and describing it, but
it seemed pretty serious.
They were I'm saying like was it something that they considered and now it's gone, or is it something that's still on the table? That's what I want to know.
Oh, it's still on the table. It says sources say there have been talks. There has been. It's not saying like it's not really past tense. So that's still out there.
Yeah, no, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys may even have picked up on what we're talking about with this, but there's been talks talks of Marvel going back to the OG cast for an Avengers movie. So we're talking bringing back Black Widow, Tony Stark. Hawkeye, Captain America. Anybody else we're missing?
I don't think so.
All right,
that's the OGs.
Yeah, that's the OGs. So they were talking about bringing back all of them together for a movie. I mean, if it's like some like kind of like, I don't know.
Don't even try.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to justify it if it has nothing to do with like what they're currently trying to build. You know what I mean? Like if it was like they're just trying to make them like if it's like some like throwback movie where it's like they like want to just do a movie all together and it's like they want to be the Avengers again, and you know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with
dangerous though.
But it has nothing to do with like currently what's going on. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
it could work that way, but no, I agree with you. There's no fucking need for it, man. There's no. We were talking last night. It's pure desperation.
Yeah,
it's pure desperation, and I'll tell you right now, Feige, that's not going to help you get that certified fresh that you're looking for. So don't even try to go forward with this. I know I'm some nobody fan, but that has a podcast, but it's not a good idea. Don't do it. Just roll with what you got, man, and build on what you've been building, dude. You've built an empire, bro.
Yeah,
you have built an empire. And not to mention, before I move on from that too, I don't know why you give a shit about being certified fresh, because in my opinion, people that truly like believe in your movies or believe in comics and kind of what you're trying to build or just any sort of vision in this space, they don't give a shit about what critics say. They're gonna go watch it for themselves and develop their own opinion. So
preach.
If that doesn't also kind of just give a hint on how I feel about Rotten Tomatoes, there's that. So yeah, Feige, stop worrying about them. They do not matter when it comes to your empire, my brother. And don't bring back the OGs.
Just makes no sense.
The ones that are still here, use them how they need to be used, but you don't need to do I mean, if you're gonna make like a Christmas feel-good movie, sure, like like a reunion sing-along musical, whatever. But don't make some movie to don't try to make it make sense that Black Widow somehow revives herself, or gets revived, or she comes back. Scarlet comes back as a variant of herself. Dude, she's gone. Just let it be and build off of what you have, because dude, it's not like you don't have a good story still going. So
no, you do, and it just undermines Endgame. I mean, think about how built that big build up as far as that, and let Iron Man rest in peace.
Yeah, you know,
just let him rest in peace. And let's be real.
There's other people that can carry this universe.
Yeah, there's other people. And let's be real. Do the actors really want to come back? I mean, Downey doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like it. Scarlett definitely doesn't seem like it. She's suing Disney.
Well, is she?
She did a whole thing with the movie dropped. I think she sued Disney over like.
Oh no, you're right. No, you're right. No,
so that whole like, I mean, she still could technically, but like, what's the odds of you?
Wanda too, though. She's not too keen on Marvel right now. I don't think.
She wants to work on other projects.
Yeah, no, which I respect that. So let her do her thing, man. Let her do her thing.
Let them fly.
Yeah. I do. What I will say with, I guess, that is, like some negative, comment, like, I guess the actors making negative comments after the fact. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I guess like there is a part of me that doesn't get it, you know, because it's like,
I mean,
just because it's like, no, I get that. Like, hey, maybe it took like a huge part of your life, and maybe it's prevented you from doing it. I get all that. Right. I get it, but it's like, man, how you gonna shit on it? Like, it's like,
it was still a blessing too.
It was.
I mean, it put you in a position where you could work on another project.
I'm not gonna try and say that. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Are you not going that way? Or are you just saying not shit on that?
I don't want to say that for every single one of them.
Oh no. I'm just mean, but it's
true for all of them.
But it's a huge opportunity for some who weren't necessarily in the space.
I think the best way to describe it would be it was a good part. Like, at least like when you, at least at the very beginning and all that, and like, you know, if you did it for multiple years, like it wasn't you can't say it was, I mean, I would not think it would be then a completely terrible part of your life. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it was a good chapter.
Yeah, it was a good chapter. So it's like,
at least
I do, it does kind of, I do kind of get sad when I do see like some of the actors that previously would have had done Marvel projects or whatever, like, say that they end up not enjoying it as much, or they wish they, you know, or they do, you know what I mean? Like,
we don't know their set experience. We don't know, like,
there's way more that goes into it. I guess I'm just saying from a naive fan point of view. It's just like, we loved you. Like, I love like every one of the people that have like, you know, Scarlett, you know, Olsen, you know, Downey, all of them. Yeah,
Downey especially, man.
That have, I guess, come and went. Well, I guess technically, we don't really know what. I mean, well, I guess whatever happened with Multiverse of Madness, I think I fell asleep at the end. But anyway, whatever's going on with Wanda, I don't know if she's around still. But
well, I think she's still alive. It was very open ended as far as how she.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know. I mean, maybe she comes back. Maybe she has a change of heart eventually. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we loved all you guys as, like, you know, we loved all of you guys as you know, actors in the universe. So it's like, you know,
I do want to touch on one thing as far as one theory that I had.
Theory with what?
Captain America. I didn't say him for a reason. There is potential, if you guys want to bring, if Evans is up to it, maybe he's not, to bring him back. You could do a whole.
I think he's another one though too that has been pretty vocal about how he just wants to chill.
He just wants to chill. Well, I understand, but
he's also been making some. Dude, he can't. Him and
he's got married. I saw that.
Well, not even that. Cool.
Congrats.
Congrats. No, yeah, I obviously congrats. No, but I was saying he just released a movie with what's the dude who was like favored to be I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. The dude the dude who was favored to be the new Fantastic Four dude. Why am I forgetting his name? He was in The Office and all that shit. Why am I forgetting that dude's name?
Oh, I know you. I don't know his name, but I know you're
Chris Evans just came out of the movie with his wife on.
Yeah, I saw that. It's on Netflix.
On Netflix, right? Yeah. So he's still making.
I mean, he's killing it.
But, he's still doing stuff.
But back to my theory. All right, so this is what you guys could do. You know, Endgame ended where it was like he was returning the Infinity Stones. You guys could do a whole mini series of him returning the Infinity Stones. Bam, and then he could have his perfect ending, and he can go about that. But I always wondered, because he had to go back to each of those points in time and make sure that the stones were there. What did he go through? And what happened when he visited Red Skull on that? Because That's interesting to me. But
well, maybe I mean, dude, maybe that's a way for Marvel to leave it open for maybe him to make a return at some point too, if he wants to actually come back and at
least like have
something.
Just like
I mean, because that dude looked like he never ages. So he could probably act forever.
Yeah, man, that's a good point. But yeah, that's what I just want to throw that in there.
No, so yeah, I mean, dude,
I think we're on the same page.
I guess we are on the we are. Yeah, no, we're on the same page. We're definitely
don't bring him back.
Yeah, don't bring him back. Just continue with what you got.
Yeah.
We miss you, all the actors that are gone.
Yeah.
And potentially won't come back, but we don't.
I mean, there's so many movies for us to go rewatch. You know?
There's so many. Yeah, there's always that, and then like there's so many potential stories that have been building up and all that. And just kind of to continue, I guess the Kang discussion just a little bit more further here. Just kind of with Loki. I'll be honest, I haven't seen anything of season 2 yet, but
Loki's been hitting season 2.
Loki, I guess
it's better than season 1.
Of the released shows for Marvel, probably the best show out.
No question.
No doubt.
Not even close.
I watched season 1. It was great. It was a good show, and you kind of saw, first, was that the first appearance of Kang? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first Kang
remains
that we saw.
That set off everything pretty much.
No, I mean, I guess at least we got Loki to kind of carry the weight right now for the MCU. And I've heard great things about season 2. Don't ruin anything for me. I'm
not saying shit.
I know Audrey really liked Loki the first season.
Oh hell yeah.
Loki, I'll be honest with you guys, Loki's one of those characters that's like, I don't hate him, but I don't like.
It's kind of a hot topic too.
Whatever. I don't really. I'm not dying to go watch Loki episodes, I guess. You could tell I haven't seen anything of season 2 yet, but we got Loki at least to kind of carry on that. And real quick, I guess before we move back into more just kind of like, I guess, current actual things going on, another rumor.
It's a crazy rumor.
A crazy rumor that has been getting picked up
by a lot of credible sites.
We thought it was fake.
I thought it was fake.
We thought it was bullshit.
Yeah.
And because here's the other thing.
Yeah.
I saw this. I'm not even gonna lie. I saw this report like a couple weeks ago by some random thing, and I knew it was bullshit. Like I knew it was like whatever. Like
I think you honestly were the first one that I saw.
And I might have even sent it to you. I might have even sent it to you guys a couple weeks ago. And
I was like, TD, what? No,
and I might have said like, I think I might have even said like, I don't know if this is really real, but like, how dope would this be? Yeah. And no, it's the report that Tobey Maguire, aka the OG Spidey, is gonna return to lead the Secret Wars alongside Hugh Jackman as Wolverine,
which is crazy,
which is nuts, right? Because then we were talking about this, right?
Yeah.
I guess when because this started then officially getting picked up.
Yeah, on so many
over the past like few
IGN.
Yeah,
so many other
actual outlets sources. Credible sources have been picking it up, and we were talking about it, like, how is this, I guess, going to then fit with, like, I guess, how does it make sense for Hugh to come back? Like, then, I guess this is going to then have to work. I mean, obviously, Deadpool. That makes it, it's going to end, it's going to tie into Deadpool. But then, your head was hurting when we were talking about how Logan is apparently canon to, which is another report that we saw that the director of Deadpool 3 said in an interview that, Logan is canon to Deadpool 3.
But it's a different universe, right?
That's what I would think, right? You would think then that Hugh Jackman then would be coming back as an alternate variant of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Especially also then because he's wearing like the comic clothing, right?
Which looks sick.
Which looks dope.
I've been waiting so long.
Which shouldn't that have already been a hint to us, right? Like right off the rip, like it's probably variant. A different variant of Venom. Yeah. Or not Venom, but Wolverine that's coming back.
That's facts.
That he's playing. So then maybe I guess with this rumor though, then does that kind of then potentially a little bit ruin Deadpool 3 to not ruin it, but just like, okay, then you at least maybe know that Hugh's going to continue on after Deadpool 3, or at least it's rumored that he's to continue on. So,
quick point on: are they still? Did they start back filming?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I'm not 100% on that.
Man, wasn't Deadpool supposed to drop next year and they just delayed it?
Deadpool was supposed to drop this year.
It was?
I'm pretty sure. I thought it was.
Holy shit!
I think originally.
They were filming like this.
I thought originally it was supposed to drop this year. Or maybe it was originally supposed to drop next year.
Yeah.
Maybe they pushed it back already.
Yeah, I think they pushed it back to 2025.
Damn, really?
Yeah, because.
Shit.
Yeah, I think so. Cause I know I'm sick.
Shit.
Because it was exciting to see those pictures, like them filming and all that. I'm like, oh yeah. And then
we've definitely seen some leaks.
And then
we've seen leaks of it. They look good. I mean,
they do look good. Yeah, it looks sick.
But yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, I would love for this rumor to be true for the sole fact that means Tobey Maguire is gonna continue on.
Yeah,
and we get more of him as Spider-Man.
I would love their banter too, like two OGs, like they've seen some shit, like just kind of what that would look like.
I guess, what does it even mean that they're gonna lead? Who are they leading? Like the entire, it's like the Avengers type. Like it's gonna be like a similar to like, but then like
it's gonna be like a different team or something like. So the Secret Wars is like kind of based on where you see
Toby's gonna have to like re-meet Tom.
I guess maybe. Hopefully he remembers him.
You would think maybe.
Yeah, because I don't think he was affected by that whole thing that happened with Strange State. I think it was just that universe.
Yeah, that'd be a reunion.
Yeah,
good reunion.
Yeah, that'd be dope. But yeah, Secret Wars is like really like. I mean, it's changed so much because of the what are those green dudes called?
The Skrulls.
Skrulls. So the Secret Wars is like really the Skrulls are involved with that. But given what just happened with that Secret Invasion show, I don't know how they would tie into it. So Secret Wars really could be just like a.
I would say what Secret
like
Invasion.
Kang type of war again. I don't know. It's
probably, really?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know where they can go again. Like, because the Secret Wars really is about the Skrulls. So I gotta look it up. But
I guess then to kind of build off that, you kind of just jog my memory a little bit. Secret Invasion. That was another show that we got this year.
We did. Very mixed.
Would you say that's probably maybe the top like second best show maybe that Marvel's kind of released? And like I'm thinking like everything, obviously everything like since WandaVision. So that's like WandaVision, Miss Marvel was the show. So She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Loki obviously. Yeah. And then Hawkeye. And then, and then those two, right?
Oh, fucking,
what? Am I gonna like punch myself in the leg when you?
Nah, the what is his freaking name? The Kate White. The White King.
Oh, Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, right. No, Moon Knight was a fire show. Yeah, how did we forget Moon Knight?
I don't know. Like Moon Knight.
Is Moon Knight 2? Are they making a season 2?
They're working. They were working on it.
They were supposed to be.
Yeah. So for me, I mean,
that had an open ending.
Yeah, it did. So
we finally got the other personality of him.
Oh yeah, that was sick. That was a sick ending.
So I mean, for me, I'd probably like rank it like Loki, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion. WandaVision,
Cap and
Falcon. Fuck, Cap and Falcon. Yeah. That show was dude. It was good, but it was.
Yeah, it was kind of.
I don't know, man.
I'm with you. It was kind of like I don't know. Could have been better.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was like kind of cool to see like
Falcon take on the mantle.
What's his name? Agent whatever. Agent Zero, or what's the bad Cap's name?
Oh, Zeno.
Yeah, no. But,
what were you talking?
What's his name? Like Agent something? Agent.
He becomes. He joins that group.
But I forget what his name is now or whatever.
I have no idea.
Or what they call him, I forget. But I mean that part was kind of cool. Like, I mean, honestly, I guess it kind of sounds weird or morbid, but like seeing him kind of go crazy was probably like the best part of the show.
No, that was pretty dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That was pretty dope.
I mean, Bucky was funny in the show, and that their banter was good. But
their chemistry was on point.
Yeah, no, I kind of forgot about Falcon.
That show, bro.
No, I don't need to, but I kind of forgot about Falcon and Winter Soldier. So I mean, that's definitely above She-Hulk, probably. It's like a tie with She-Hulk because I didn't think She-Hulk was that bad, but it's She-Hulk is definitely. I like She-Hulk.
I may put She-Hulk.
But when you got Loki and you got Secret Invasion and
Dude, Moon Knight.
Fuck Moon Knight, and
I feel like Moon Knight doesn't get the respect it deserves.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
A lot of people don't talk about it. I thought it was great.
I mean,
it's different. It was very like I think it's the most unique.
It's very accurate to like they got a lot of like shots accurate. I was seeing I think I saw a report when it first came out, like the way he was like running and like the moon, like the light and like the shadow and stuff, like the shot was like accurate to like what somebody drew in the comics, I think, or something like that. So that was just kind of cool, I guess, if that's like is true, like just paying homage that way to like try to get as accurate as possible to that.
And then kudos for them getting Oscar Isaac.
Right.
It's just kind of, he's a great actor. I mean, but it's also just showcasing like, look, I mean, there's no limit to what actors can do. Love for they don't say no to Marvel projects for a reason. I mean,
bro, I would love for him to be a live action Miguel though.
Miguel, who's Miguel?
Spider-Verse, bro.
Ooh, that would be. He's not big enough.
I know, but I mean, his voice is. Got a good voice for Miguel.
Yeah, nah.
Real good voice for Miguel.
Damn, yeah, nah. But I mean, I'll take Moon Knight. That would be sick, though. Yeah. That would be sick.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess. We mentioned She-Hulk.
Right.
I guess Miss Marvel and She-Hulk are maybe just at my bottom just because I guess I didn't know much about them. Yeah. Well, I guess, but I did like She-Hulk though because like
it's just funny.
It was funny.
It was like a sitcom.
It was more of a sitcom and it was like more funny. I know like that is also kind of the Marvel right now that everybody kind of hates per se.
Well, yeah, I mean it was just kind of
that goof. It's like you can argue the quality's not there. You could argue that.
You know what's funny is the budget. You said, well, I get. Are you saying the quality as far as like the special
just
effects
in like how good
content,
in just the overall reaction of people, like how they felt about it. Like people didn't like. I mean, it's not that people all. It's not that everybody thought it was bad or anything. Yeah. It's just that it wasn't like the most. I don't think it was the most positive reaction to Marvel shows.
Well, I think there was a lot of other reasons why people weren't fucking with it too. There was some a little sexism kind of going on with. But if you read
who cares, dude?
I mean, I'm just being real. Like,
dude, get the fuck over it if you're a dude because it's been like the opposite of that. So let them do their thing. Like, who fucking gives a shit?
I hear you.
And honestly, she was a really good She-Hulk. She was funny. I thought she killed it. I thought she did a great job. Yeah. Would not mind seeing her continue.
Me too.
I thought her chemistry with Charlie Cox and Daredevil was great. And also having him in the show was dope. Like the show was not that bad, but it was definitely funny. Like more goof. It was lighthearted and
lighthearted.
Like, what was the term? Like slapstick or
slapstick. But if you read the comics, that's how the She-Hulk comics are. She breaks the fourth wall all the time. She's kind of like a little cleaner version than Deadpool, but she breaks the fourth wall. That's why she was always talking to the camera. But people aren't, used maybe to that. But I love
Give it some time.
I love the Dare. I'm honestly kind of looking want to go rewatch that episode, like with the Daredevil cameo.
Yeah, with that. Well, I mean, he was in a couple, I think.
Oh, he was in a couple, but no, when he first pulls up, that was pretty dope.
It was sick. Yeah, and he's wearing the new suit.
Wearing a new suit.
Well, not new. Technically, not new. If you really think about it, right? Because that's the OG. Technically, the OG suit.
Yeah,
it's the OG suit.
I don't know if you guys can see this. That is sick, bro. Yeah.
But no, I mean,
speaking of Daredevil.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did get some Daredevil news, which I guess we've kind of discussed a little bit. I don't know if we've discussed it on the podcast yet, but we've definitely talked ourselves that the news about Daredevil is definitely positive that we've received. Although it might not seem that way for some people, I definitely feel bad for the crew that had to get axed. But if it means the show is going to be better, then I guess that's what they need to do. So we've been or there obviously were the reports that Daredevil basically fired their entire writing and was it director too?
Yeah.
Was it everybody? Everybody. So basically, they just replaced the whole crew essentially. I think new writers seems like the goal is to bring back a different tone than what was already kind of being produced by them. So that would lead me to think that The tone was very lighthearted again. At least maybe to start, and maybe that's why they were I mean,
maybe too similar.
Yeah, maybe
She-Hulk.
it was too. Yeah, it was too different or too like whatever. But then I mean, Daredevil is I mean, when you're thinking about Marvel heroes, he's definitely one of the darker toned.
Absolutely.
I mean, even though Spider-Man's like one of the most popular, he also is a darker tone hero. But then, like, what he deals with and everything like that, you can argue that for every villain in their own right, or every hero in their own right. But just like what Daredevil goes through, like, and just like the battles he's fighting, for his city and Hell's Kitchen, it's it's just a lot darker. And we got that with the Netflix series. Like, it was a pretty dark tone show.
If y'all haven't seen that show,
and they did it's moved over to Disney Plus. It's all on Disney now, but
it's incredible.
It was definitely probably one of the best. What would you say?
The best? Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be truthful. Like, the shows that Marvel have released on Disney Plus, Daredevil is sweeping all of them.
The OG Daredevil show.
Daredevil.
The OG Daredevil show is so badass.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Doesn't hold back.
Yeah, no. So I mean, you were already. I mean, I know we talked about it, but you're. I guess you're kind of in line with me that it's a good thing that Daredevil is doing. Or they're doing what they're doing, and they're bringing in a different crew to kind of bring back the tone and whatever it is, I guess, that they're looking for, which I guess we can kind of rope this into the next kind of thing too, which potentially maybe could have also had some influence.
It definitely did
on this. So if as of today, we're recording this episode today on November 3rd. We got the Echo trailer.
TD's been hyped about this show.
And I've been pumped. I've been, ever since she had her appearance in Hawkeye, I have been pumped. I've been telling him, I've been telling Wyatt in the chat, I've been telling them in the group chat, I'm like, yo, when Echo drops, this show is gonna be fire. I'm telling you right now. This show is gonna be fire. And we got the trailer today. And I'm gonna just say it right now. This is going to be, once this drops, this will be the best show that Marvel has released. I'm gonna leave OG Daredevil out of it until we see it, but no, I want to also give it its time, like give it a fair chance too, because it is a new age. It's a new age Marvel show, It's a new, I believe that Echo is going to be the best show that they have released. That is, I'm talking better than Loki, better than Secret Invasion, better than WandaVision, Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, all of it. I think it's going to be better than all of these shows. And I think one of the things that is helping it is that it is going to be, it's rated mature.
It's the first.
And I believe it is the first MCU show that has gotten this rating. And we were also kind of talking about this too.
That's a hot take, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know it's a hot take, but I firmly believe that once this whole show drops, the entire season, it's as a whole going to be the best show that has dropped in recent years.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I mean, hey, the
trailer looks like it. That's all I'm gonna say.
The trailer blew me away.
Like it's gonna be the best one too.
I mean, Kingpin is, looking.
Kingpin himself, dude. The fact that dude's back, Vic D'Onofrio, I love you.
Dude, he's a great actor. But,
I would kiss your bald head if I could. You're the best. I mean, you're honestly one of my favorite villains in the MCU. Yeah, well, now that you're in the MCU, I should say, because I guess technically, yeah,
he is.
Well, but wasn't OG Daredevil technically canon in the MCU too, or no?
Yeah, I mean they mentioned it, but it was like
so technically he already was in the MCU. They do. They show the whole Marvel thing before every Daredevil episode.
Right, but it wasn't like they would mention it, but it wasn't really it wasn't like canon.
You don't think?
Yeah.
Either way, he was already in the MCU. Either way, you're firmly fucking back. Like you're in this. You're in the.
Yes.
Like you're guaranteed to be coming up. You're gonna be in a movie, and I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
I don't know which one, but it's gonna be awesome.
Man, he deserves it. Man, he's great. Lights out. The trailer.
What were you saying?
No, the trailer just blew me away. I was like, holy shit. I mean, I was watching it like, damn, okay, I see why TD's so hype. Like, I remember her from Hawkeye and all that. I remember like, oh yeah, she was cool. She's cool.
She's character. A badass, bro.
I was like, I mean, am I really?
Rico's badass.
And then I saw the trailer and I was like,
I'm getting Echo Pop Funko for sure.
Wow. Okay. This is giving me Daredevil vibes. The Netflix Daredevil vibes. And then I think it's like what you said. Maybe Feige saw that and was like, "Yeah, no, we need to
fix Daredevil.
We gotta fix Daredevil."
Yeah, no, but that trailer was fire. I mean, we saw Daredevil in the trailer. Quick little snippet, but
red suit.
No, I think it's the OG suit.
It's OG.
It should be.
Okay.
It should be. I believe it's the OG suit. So. I'm so pumped for that, man. I can't wait. I think that drops in 2024, beginning of the year. I think in January. I think it's.
Hell yeah, it looks great.
I think is that when they said it was gonna drop in?
I gotta look at it again, but
yeah, look that up. But no,
gritty.
I'm telling. Oh, dude. I mean, dude, in the trailer. I mean,
January 10th.
January 10th.
Disney Plus and Hulu.
You saw some dude get shot in the head in the trailer.
Kingpin's just beating the shit out of some dude.
Oh well, yeah, because he was making fun of Echo as a little girl. He's like, I don't know what you're saying, and because she's deaf, and
Yeah, what's this dude? What's the actor who plays Kingpin? He does such a
Victor D'Onofrio,
crazy, scary way.
D'Onofrio, I'm pretty sure. I think that's his name.
I've never bro. He is such a great actor. Like he brings such a vulnerable kind of Kingpin feels like
he's a vulnerable psycho.
Vulnerable, a vulnerable, which is weird to say. He's like a vulnerable, kind of damn, you feel sorry for him.
Yep.
But he's scary as shit. He's he talks and he's just
nah, dude. In the OG Daredevil, when he was trying to get a date with Vanessa, I was like, dude, I'm like, come on, Vic, come on,
right,
come on, Kingpin, let's go.
Right.
What's his name? Wilson. Come on, Wilson.
Yeah.
Come on, Wilson. You got this, Fisk.
Right, but
he's like, nobody says that name.
Bro,
beats the fucking shit out of anybody that says his name.
Scary as shit,
dude,
bro.
He's one of the and honestly, I was about to lead into this when I was saying that I said we're gonna see him in a movie. I firmly believe that, and I kind of hope he somehow gets worked into Spidey 4.
I mean, bro, he has to.
Dude, I think him and Daredevil could easily get worked into Spidey 4.
Absolutely. I mean, I think
that would be so amazing, bro.
I think Spidey
would be glorious.
It needs to be a street level type of movie.
Glorious.
Let's keep it street level.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's back on.
Let's keep it.
I was saying in the one. He's back on the streets, baby.
Let's keep it that. And that man, I would love that. I mean, Fisk is one of Spider-Man's main villains. So let's make it do what it do. Let's bring him in.
Tom's gonna have his landlord making him cookies like Toby was in Spidey
3. Right. Go bring me some milk.
Yeah. Can you make me more of those?
Right.
Oh, what were you saying? Did you keep any of that, Peter? No, of course not. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3 has its moments. Go bring some more. Can you go make some more?
I know it's not one of the top Spidey movies, but it is such a good. It's such a close place in my heart, man.
Such funny moments. Remember the scene where Franco is eating the pie? She's like, "How's the pie?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "So good,
so good."
And then he just winks at him across the street, bro.
Can we get two of the most legendary dance scenes of any Marvel movie?
Are you talking about when they're making the eggs and all that? Are you talking about that dance scene, or are you talking about when they're on the?
Well, I'm talking when he's walking in public, and then when he's playing the piano at the bar at the club or whatever.
Oh my god, Jesus!
Gwen's there with him, or he brings Gwen, and MJ's there serving, and he
starts snapping. Oh god.
So good, dude. So good, man. Oh, shout out to Io. I know you love that movie. I saw your comment. I saw it.
That's funny.
No, but dude, I think Echo's gonna be a good show. I think it's gonna.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's gonna continue to I think it's gonna kind of maybe help get the MCU kind of back on track. Honestly. if so to speak. If you kind of want to, if that's the correct way of saying it, really. But kind of with that though, with the MCU or with Echo being
more mature.
Yeah, rated mature. Like, I know we were kind of shooting the shit about this earlier. It almost seems like it is time for just where the MCU is at, and just kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it almost seems like just with the progression of where Feige started with this thing, all those years ago, and then where they're at now, it almost seems like having some more mature rated shows or movies too. I think is Blade supposed to be mature?
Yeah. Rated R.
So, rated R.
Yeah.
Nice.
From what I read, yeah.
So either way. Like just going that, it almost seems like it's like time, like
I agree,
for the MCU to do that, and maybe like that would be the good call about, or for getting like the MCU kind of back on track, and like maybe getting more people back engaged. Because I guess here's the one thing to think about. I know kids watch this stuff, like I know like kids are like, what I mean, like I know kids are into this stuff, but you got to think like we also watched this stuff when we were kids, and I know my parents and I know some of my my mom definitely is a big fan of some of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
she's not watching everything, but she's definitely into it. And you got to think there's been other people that were that age or closer to my mom's age, or your parents' age, or even some I'm sure all ages.
Right,
they're all ages of people that have been into it and have seen this kind of progression from 2009 2011
2008 Iron Man came out 2008.
Yeah, so
it's
like
crazy.
From there to now, it's like you got to think there's also been kind of like an older audience that has also grown up with this. It's like they've probably disengaged with some of this stuff that's recently come out. Like, no offense, but I'm gonna have to probably say even WandaVision too, but WandaVision, She-Hulk, and even maybe Miss Marvel are three of the shows that maybe could come off like too lighthearted to that older audience, to where it's like they don't really care for it, or don't want to, or they're like, I don't need to watch this.
Well, WandaVision gets kind of a little fucked up at the end, but yeah,
I put that on there
because how it initially starts.
Because it's very. I even was like, yo, what is
fuck
going
am I
on? Watching?
Yeah, what is going on?
And then I understood it, and I was like, you know what, this actually, I personally like WandaVision. I didn't put that in that. I only put that in that list because it's like, it's going towards that lighthearted feel, I guess, or that feel of the MCU most. No, I'm not gonna say most, but just a lot of people probably aren't into. I mean,
that's facts.
Maybe that's a big assumption to make, but I mean, I know we know a lot of people that we talk to, and I mean, I've heard that just they don't like that kind of light. I mean, they don't mind it if it fits, but like, for example, like we've already said it, you can't make Daredevil slapstick. You can't make the entire series slapstick and everyone be cool with it. Like, especially after we had the darkness of what we had with the OG Daredevil. Yeah. And it's like,
you got to keep that same energy.
So maybe it's time that they start going that more mature route. Like maybe Spider-Man 4 even ends up being a mature movie because of like shit that happens in it. Like he ends up, fighting Fisk, and Daredevil's in it too. And because Daredevil's such a dark character, like you gotta make it mature.
Well, it was with Spider-Man, for me personally, I think you can kind of keep that still, but at the same time, Peter is going to be in college. I mean, far from, if we think about it, No Way Home was pretty dark. So
No Way Home, it's definitely set it up to like get even darker.
So it could go dark. It still have some humor in it, and we'll see.
No Way Home wasn't mature though, was it?
It was. What do you mean? Like,
I'm just saying the rated, like,
I was like PG-13. Yeah. So I mean, bro, No Way Home got dark. I mean, that shit that's probably one of the darkest films, to be honest.
No Way Home, dude, I was fucking bawling my eyes out when Aunt May died. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. But I do agree with you saying like going the mature route, because a lot of us did grow up with Marvel, so you should probably maybe cater to it, going and pivoting in a more mature way, because most of your audience is probably still honestly our age. So
I think because especially if you're trying to still build off this MCU that you've built, and you're still trying to I mean, you've made it pretty clear that you guys want to continue on these phases. So it's like it just seems to just continue to build and build and build and build.
Right.
So if you're gonna do that, you can't make everything super lighthearted and expect everyone to be down to watch it.
Right.
And I guess like the counterpoint to that with kids still being into it too. Like,
we'll still
and I guess what I was thinking with kids is you still want to then give kids, I guess, like maybe that new hero to then latch onto.
Absolutely.
And you can't really do that with some of the already established characters in the current MCU. You kind of have to do that through a new created character. So you get that opportunity, potentially through Miles, who we're hoping that we're going to see in live action. And I'm not saying that they should necessarily do this with live action Miles, but it almost might make sense to, if they're going to do a live action movie, think about doing a series with him too, but making it fucking good. Like,
I think you're spot on,
you know what I mean? Like, and build it and build them up. So like, if you're going to introduce new heroes, start with make those the shows. Don't bring I'm not saying cut the Daredevil show, but I'm not saying like don't bring back like Hulk or like even really Tom to come. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I would not mind.
Yeah, I would not mind.
Wouldn't mind Tom coming back to the show.
But we gotta be realistic as far as like who's really. And I think this is what they're running into. Also, is like, I mean, truthfully, for this next Avengers film, it's probably going to be a situation where you're going to have to watch some of the shows. And who's really going to watch all of these shows that they're releasing?
Yeah.
The other Avengers films,
if they're not quality though too.
Yeah, if they're not quality. Like the other Avengers films, they were just based on movies. But so I mean, that's something to think about. I don't know. Marvel's in a tricky place, but they'll figure it out. You just got to pivot to the times, and you got to pivot accordingly. You can't keep expecting to be doing the same thing and expect the same results. Like, you have to deliver quality, but you also have to maybe shift the tone of some of the shows that you're bringing. And I think the reason why people were freaking excited about Echo is because they're like, yo, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
so
this looks dark. Like, this looks like...
And then, same with Loki. Like, people were like, yo, this is unique. This is quality. So
no, I'm not saying... Like,
I'm not saying
sure,
you're
like,
not saying
Loki's still gonna, I'm think, gonna compete up there with the top, one of the top shows that Marvel's come out with, because it's still a great show. Yeah. And until I see season 2, maybe my whole tone on that changes.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's pretty... Yeah, I won't say much, but...
Yeah. Don't ruin it for me, but... No, dude, I mean, I definitely would not mind if Marvel definitely goes that just mature route, just because I think, and I'm not saying that, I think I've already kind of repeated this, but I'm not saying do it with everything. Just do it with what makes sense. Like, there's definitely characters and stories and certain things that are going to happen over this probably next few phases and leading up to Secret Wars that are a bit of a darker tone, and it's okay to do that. Like, if you want, I mean, I guess if you want to, but like, I don't know. I don't think if I was giving consulting advice to Marvel, I would tell them to not
That'd
feel
be so sick.
to not feel obliged to cater to every single audience for every single show that they release, because
you can't. There's no way to win.
You can't do that. And honestly, if you do release these mature shows, in my opinion, and you have kids that want to watch them, but then you have parents that don't let them, you're just saving that content then for kids to then watch it later on in life, and then you just have people rewatching your stuff, which is already what we do, and that's kind of what you want. And that's personally how I think, because I wasn't allowed to watch some of this stuff when I was a kid. Like, there were certain movies and shows and even some superhero stuff that I wasn't allowed to be shown, or I had to figure out how to watch it on my own time, kind of thing, like, and sneak it, basically. So it's like, I think that's another way to just kind of, like, I guess, keep retention, really, for, like, Marvel to, you're gonna you got to have a way to get the young audience in there. I think you do that with if you're going to introduce new characters, do that through shows, animations, animated, shows, stuff like that.
Right.
You do movies, it's fine, but just make it make sense. If it's going to be a part of the MCU, it just has to make sense. And we can't have this. This is what's going to happen. You can't lay out a fucking 3-phase slate and then go back on half of it. And I'm not saying you have done that. I'm not saying Marvel's done that yet, but I guess that the variety.
Well, Blade. I mean,
Blade, yes.
Then they were teasing Fantastic Four, so they definitely been guilty of just teasing projects before they were ready. So.
Take your fucking time.
Take your time.
Take your time.
I think they were
on some.
Shit. I think they were on some cocky shit. Like, look, this is we're.
I mean, dude, they were on a roll.
Let's release our. This is gonna be our next slate. Here we go. Here's a press conference.
Like, they were on such a roll. I mean, dude, I get it. They were trying to make
Marshall
money.
even brought up. Last thing I'll say, really, but Marshall was like, he brought up. He's like, he wasn't a fan of like how they brought him in for the internals. Remember that post-credit scene, and it's him talking. He's like, "Are you ready to begin?" And blah blah blah. He was like, that was a bad idea. We haven't even, we're not even close to filming Blade yet. So why am I
giving a voiceover?
Yeah, voiceover for a movie that, so. Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Even mention Eternals.
I mean.
Eternals wasn't terrible.
Eternals
is Eternals, I guess.
Yeah, I
definitely want to see Jon Snow. I always call him Jon Snow, but Kit Harington. Yeah. I would definitely want to see. I mean, I've heard reports that they want to build this character up more. So I would definitely love to see that. I really plan to do it.
I would love to see an Eternals 2, maybe, or something. I mean, I think the potential of that movie. I thought the movie wasn't bad. I don't know. I gotta rewatch. I saw that in theaters, and I remember it, but I feel like maybe the villain could have been better. It wasn't terrible.
Probably, yeah.
I like that they had the freaking what are those things called? Where they just pull up, they're giant planet eaters or whatever.
I forget the name.
Those things are creepy and kind of cool, bro. And they kidnap old girl at the end.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see more of those. Those things are really cool.
No, you got me thinking while you were just saying that. Because I know we were also recently talking about superhero fatigue.
Ooh.
And just kind of maybe is Marvel Marvel and DC, like, are they both kind of guilty of just kind of, I guess, pushing out product that maybe not necessarily is ready, and then just like it's just like we have too much to consume,
right?
And then I guess when I say not necessarily ready, I guess that's my kind of counter argument to the whole superhero fatigue argument, because I don't really know if it's truly super fatigue, because I don't think people are truly tired of superheroes. I think they're just tired of what has been being pushed out to them in terms of content, and I think that they're just kind of like, where's the quality? And so I guess my question would be, would you rather see like Marvel and DC go more of a TV versus movie route as long as it is quality, or do you think they've oversaturated the TV market at this point with all the shows that they've kind of been releasing? Maybe so much in DC's.
Maybe not.
I know we're mainly talking about Marvel, but
I think Marvel's
like. Do you think that they've kind of oversaturated it and they need to kind of take a step back and both kind of? Oh well, I mean, movies are. I don't really feel like they've oversaturated movies.
I think the movie. Yeah, I mean, we had 2 Marvel movies drop this year, right?
I mean, the movies have been kind of normal, I would say, but just like in the shows, do you think they just kind of like overdone it, and it's like maybe that's the reason that we kind of feel the way that we're feeling?
Well, the article was saying,
or people. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say I'm part of that, because keep fucking release it. I do think you guys need to make more quality stuff. I think you need to take your time, and if what you guys are doing with Daredevil is truly needed, then maybe you need to really kind of take that, step back with every single project and make sure that you guys are all on the same page, because I want as much more superhero stuff as you guys can possibly release, but I just want it to be quality shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's what you're saying. Like, I think,
like, I don't want to be bad.
Yeah, I think it's all about the quality and really taking their time and not really overworking everyone. I think they're probably pushing themselves to the edge, which is kind of affecting. I mean, the Variety article brought up the visual effects. for Ant-Man weren't really complete because they were trying to meet a certain deadline and timeline. They were overworking their people, and that's why it came out. Some of the special effects came out the way it did. One of the big complaints with Quantumanium was these special effects really aren't that great with some of the scenes. And that's just a showcase of like, hey guys, maybe we should slow down a little bit. Maybe we should stop saying that we're going to release these projects when we're going to release them when they're not even close to being ready. And let's dial it back. Let's focus on quality versus quantity. So if that means, you know, maybe canceling a show that they were thinking about, then so be it. Like, yeah, you guys got to dial back a little bit.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Think it's the end of Marvel?
Absolutely not, man. They just got to pivot a little bit. Kevin Feige knows what he's doing. I mean, he built this up. He just got to look. You got to adjust, man. You got to adjust. You can't keep doing the same thing that you've been doing.
Yeah.
You got to pivot a little bit. I mean, you have the formula. You have a team of writers and a team of directors that, you know, I'm sure that a lot of people that would love to work on a Marvel project.
Right.
And you have the characters. You really, I mean,
they got the stories.
They
right?
have the stories. I mean, the possibilities endless. It's just.
I mean, from what they've even said, like they have it built out, right?
Yeah.
Like they at least have the blueprint, right?
They have the blueprint.
So just take your time and make the blueprint. Make it good. Make sure you're releasing a quality product, and I think then no one's gonna have any issue with anything that you come out with. You can release a She-Hulk 2 season, and as long as it's kind of fits and makes sense and like works, then
I think the pandemic really screwed them, though. I think that's where.
No, I mean, dude, it screwed. Yeah,
it screwed everyone.
Screwed everybody.
But I think that's where this kind of threw Marvel for a loop as far as what they thought their plan was going to be, and then the pandemic hit and they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So
then they got to really pivot.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Nah, Marvel will be all right. Y'all be all right.
They'll be good. They'll be
tough.
Good. Feige will figure it out. I believe in you, Feige. Stop worrying about Rotten Tomatoes for real.
Can't wait to see the Marvels though. I'll be seeing that.
We'll do a little free promo for you. We'll give Marvel's comes out what next week? I don't know the date. Is
November
it next Friday? Next Friday.
Yeah.
So next Friday, go see the Marvels. We'll be going to see it for sure. Maybe even together.
Sure.
Might buy him some popcorn, a little treat, a little soda. Go check out the Marvels. Let us know in the comments, or let us know in the reviews, and in the comments. Once this ends up on YouTube, you know, what you guys think. Do you guys think Marvel's gonna, you know, reel it back in and figure things out, or do you think they're gonna continue to kind of unravel?
And this is DC's time to shine.
This is the DC takeover. Yeah. Well, we'll definitely be giving our thoughts on DC here, you know, soon enough. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time on the Rising of the Dreamerverse. Peace.